we're back. Touches the Spear, another episode. Listen, we're trucking along, no matter how long it takes. You have a lot to talk about. But how things going for you?
Touches the spare time is the only time that we could record.
It's true.
But we have a lot on our plate today. Football is heating up. Finally, all the international breaks are over. I just want to say, I love international football, but my God, every 2
F that. F that international football.
Yeah, it's
We
too
only,
much, man.
we only like tournaments. We don't want
Exactly.
the qualifying. Like qualifying is just qualifying us to waste time.
Hey. Anyway, back to club football. And this weekend,
Ooh,
we had an insane weekend in the Premier League. Bureau, you're going to take it away here, but we had what? Chelsea, Brighton. Was that 3-2? Was 3-2 Chelsea?
I mean,
No, it was, yeah.
yes, it was 3-2, Terrence.
Chelsea.
Now, let me say something very quickly about this Chelsea team.
But
Boy,
if I do, wait, hold on, before I go, real quick, yeah, Liverpool 4-3 over Fulham, insane game.
wow,
And then
fire.
City,
Tottenham.
which you're gonna end with. So get ready. But right, let's go. Take it away with let's hear about your side.
Let me start. Let me start Chelsea Brighton. First of all, Brighton is a big side. Everybody knows that Brighton is one of the more exciting teams in the league. Expectation wise, I go into every game week expecting Chelsea to lose. That's a lie.
So start, I
That's
think
a lie.
Chelsea won 9 games in 2023. No,
That's a lie. Yes. But that's
My
a lie.
God.
I expect Chelsea to win every game for some godforsaken reason because I'm an idiot. Expectations were high for some godforsaken reason. The game started. Cole was on the bench. You know, I love my Cole. Ice cold, son, ice cold. But I liked the fact that they started Mudryk because I do think like Mudryk has so much more to offer. He hasn't shown his potential or his capability, especially, oh God, back to the stupid international thing. Especially when he playing for Ukraine, I find he looks so good now on the wing, so active,
He got
so
screwed over, by
lively.
the way. You saw that foul?
Yes,
My God.
but
Money pass.
money pass. But I was sure at the end of the first half, when Conor Gallagher got sent off,
Oh, yes.
I was like, there's another one of these days. Another week here for Chelsea. But the spirit in the team was amazing. Conor Gallagher is actually one of the players who brings that energy to the team.
All
So when
season
he
long so far. Yeah.
was box pit bull, he's literally a pit bull. So when he got sent off, I was very concerned. Very concerned. But the fact that the team rallied, we had man like Nick Jackson and the wingers, Sterling and Mudryk running, busting their guts out, tracking back. Enzo was a warrior in the game as well. I mean, he had a double, which is cool. But that to me that was like less of his contribution versus like the leadership that I felt from him, as well as the backline. Like Thiago Silva, I'm up and down about Thiago because I do think that age obviously is catching up with him.
Yes.
But boy, I think it was the 88th minute. He made a last ditch block. And when it happened, I was like, who know put their body on the line in the 88th minute there? And when I saw it was him, I was like, this man is really something else. You know?
John Terry-esque.
Yeah, I was like, this man is really a hero boy. But yeah, just the spirit and thing. I mean, for me, it was real exciting. The game was fantastic. Super exciting, super competitive, physical. Everything I love about the Premier League.
Yeah.
And I love games like that, boy. That like real physical too. And you can see the players fighting and not fighting each other, but like fighting for every inch on the field. And I love those things.
It's good to see Chelsea stabilizing. I didn't like how sad you were.
But we
It was rough for me.
Lord knows it's been hard. But I think that we are 10 points behind Villa, who's fourth.
Yes, 10
And
points
I don't
back.
see that being like a huge gap. Even though it's a huge gap, I feel like it's also Villa. No disrespect to Villa, who is obviously playing outrageous football right now too.
7 wins in a row at home.
Because I love again. Oh God, I'm just gonna go off about some of these teams, but
Yeah.
I think that Chelsea could catch them, and I know there's real optimism running right now to be top 4. But I think the momentum is with Chelsea now to start moving in that direction. I wouldn't be surprised if we reach 5th something at the end of the season.
Well, I don't want to take too long on this because we're going to go to the other games. Personally, I feel like Newcastle problems have to catch up to them soon, right? They just somehow
Plus, they have an injury
skating
crisis,
through.
and I don't know how they're
Yeah,
doing so
they
good.
just somehow skating through. Nick Pope today out for like 4 months now, so they rumored that David De Gea could end up there. But Newcastle, Sven Botman's not been playing, but he just get
Yeah,
it done. Eddie Howe's doing a fantastic
Lascelles
job.
has been playing.
Yeah, he has been playing. And then I look at Tottenham and I love what they're doing. I love their approach to the game. I love just how they play football this year. So personally, I don't know where Villa gonna end up. Emery's doing an
Postecoglou.
incredible job and Villa have a great team. I just don't know if Chelsea getting past Tottenham and Newcastle.
I
I
don't
can see them maybe get past one. I don't see them getting past both.
know. I think they will,
But
but
I would not be shocked if at any point Newcastle, like it finally caught up to them because they've been pulling off miracles so far to not really be affected by these. Like their injury
yeah,
situation is ridiculous, and they just keep
ridiculous.
Anthony Gordon's having an insane year, making his way into that Euro squad. So
That
just
man has
see.
pissed me off so much, but
I
yeah,
know a lot of people hate him, but you know what? I'll say this: I thought he was very annoying. But he's made. I give props. I give credit where credit's due. When players get together, show consistency. I can't hate Newcastle. Like no matter what, they minimize mistakes, and no matter who's on the pitch, they're gonna give full effort, and you can see it. That's why they've been able to hang in the Champions League, even though they get cheat bad, and they're
yeah, they
able
get cheat.
to,
They get
so
cheated.
imagine, yeah,
They
for
get
them to
cheat.
be
I don't care
group
what
of
nobody
death.
tell me. They get cheat.
Yeah, it was horrible. Group of death. And then, by the way, did you see CBS brought on the referee person? And she was like, definitely a penalty. And I was like, money pass. But because I don't see how that's a pen on Livermore. Regardless, for Newcastle to be in the group of death in the Champions League, still sixth in the Prem, 3 points back of Villa, right there with City, only 4 points back with all the injuries. Incredible. Now, let's talk about City a bit.
Speaking of cheated this weekend, City
Ooh,
got robbed, my brother.
yes, 3-3 with Tottenham. Kulusevski scores late and Jack Grealish
Was
is
what
on
a
after a brilliant pass.
game! What
Incredible game. End to
what
end.
a game!
One thing I will say about the Prem has always been high octane for 20. It's like how football is played in England. But as the quality of the coaching and the technical abilities improve, it's like the best of both worlds now. So again, you've seen some of the City results past couple of weeks, the 4-4 draw, and then 3-3. Now, City leaking goals, we're going to talk about that because they can real vulnerable. But yes, they got cheated on the weekend. And not to bring up Real Madrid. I was waiting for that. But they had something that happened just like this a couple of weeks ago, Madrid and Sevilla, where the ref saw a foul, wasn't sure, caught advantage. Madrid scored and had to bring it back. But that was like in the first 20 minutes. This was far more egregious. Erling Haaland almost lost his mind after a brilliant ball from him. But it was a really ridiculous call. Haaland stays up. See, it's the thing. Kids don't stay up. When they get fouled, go on the floor. But Haaland stays up. He's strong. He's trying to do his best. Then the referee is not sure if to call it. Eventually calls advantage after the ball is played and Grealish is onside through on goal. Ridiculous call. You have to be angry about that if you're a City fan.
Kids, don't listen to Uncle T. If you can't stay up and create a goal scoring chance, please do what Erling Haaland did. Because my goodness, I was actually speechless, when Grealish went through. Because I was back in Tottenham, right?
Of course.
Like in the game, I was like, come on. I love my Postecoglou. That's my dog. When Grealish went through, I was like, oh no, here we go. When they called it back, bro.
You saw the meme of Haaland's face, right?
Yes, I almost had a heart attack. Going past that ridiculously stupid call. Again, what a game though. End to
Yes.
end. I heard, I think it was Jamie Carragher, Roy Keane, Micah Richards, I think, was the trio. They were talking about Rashford, right?
Oh yes, I saw
And
that clip.
how disappointed they are, and how he's been performing and acting, right?
Yeah.
And one of them raised Son in a City game and was like, look at this. You're going into City, right? You're playing the treble champions, the trebles. You know you're not gonna have the ball. But that's okay. This man ran like a monster for how much ever minutes, 102 minutes of the game or whatever it was. Literally just chasing everything. And that is a skipper. That is
That's
a
a captain.
captain.
Yeah.
That is a captain. And I mean, like, I love that because that's exactly how I felt watching him now. I was like, this man is really something else, He scored the opener. What a amazing goal it was for Tottenham.
Fantastic goal, yeah.
Like, he's just, I mean, the finish was all right, but the run, the confidence, I mean, he had a lot of players like that boy. Like, who don't like Son? You know what I mean?
Oh, come on. So I had to be one of the most likable players.
Had to be.
Let me end the Prem talk on this. Arsenal, right? Top of the table, 33 points. Liverpool. We can't really have time to talk about this, but Trent, incredible stuff. We spoke about Liverpool at the beginning of the season, and Klopp just did such a good job remixing
It's the
that
Predators.
team.
It's the Predators that Trent win. It's the
It's the
Predators.
Jude Preds.
Jude Predators.
But Liverpool, excellent, fantastic win. Late goal from Trent. Fantastic goal earlier too. It was a free kick, I believe. City in third, and Villa in fourth. I really think Villa are going to be in the real title race. But Arsenal, Liverpool, City, which was some combination of our top three, both of us, at the beginning of the season. 14 games in.
I have Liverpool. You have Arsenal, right?
Yeah, 14 games in. How are you feeling about, my thing is this. City's defense has been garbage. Like,
horrible, leaking goals.
They kind of, exactly, they're kind of showing you have to attack them. You can't be scared. You need to go at them and make things happen. They're gonna, they're a little fragile. They're not giving up a lot of chances, but they're conceding. Kevin De Bruyne is gonna come back.
No.
And I do feel that's how City roll is that KDB is gonna get back. He's gonna be fresh. And he's gonna hit form around like match day 25. And then it's gonna be match day 25 to 38 or just City in. But how are you feeling? You're still feeling confident in Liverpool?
I'm feeling confident, and if you go back to the tape, you see I said Liverpool or Arsenal gonna win. I put in on Liverpool, but I think one of the two gonna win. I'm confident in one of the two of them. Yes, it's leaking goals. They seem very vulnerable as a team now.
Hangover from the treble,
You had to have some kind of hangover post treble. You have to. You just want everything. Like, and you're missing your best player. And people are gonna start planning for you in different ways, like new tactics. Teams, everybody upgraded their squads. Like, it's different now. To me, like they can't win the league this year.
You see. Here's the thing: City
they're gonna win. They're gonna win for sure.
Every time Pep struggles, he goes and does some magic and comes up with some new idea. Second half of the season, City get on a run.
Yeah.
So can he pull it off again? We will see.
You're gonna see John Stones up front for the last half of the season, and all of a sudden John Stones is the top scorer in the league. Some kind of nonsense.
Typical Pep things. All right, let's move on. Quick touch on things in Spain. Barca, Atleti. Disappointing for Atleti, who, if you don't notice, they're the top scorers in the Champions League, tied with Manchester City. Having a really good season. Griezmann been excellent. But every time they play Barca, they just kind of go back into their shell. It wasn't really that difficult. They had some chances, but the talk here is João Felix scoring against his parent club. But Barca have not been good this year. Lewandowski is horrible. He's so bad. Like, I'm not even hating as a Real Madrid fan. Like, Barca, he's genuinely been so bad. I don't know what's going on with him. If this is the end of his life, I have no idea. But he's been playing poor. But Barca, Xavi's been getting a lot of criticism. Barca were fourth coming into the match. Big win over Atleti. Atleti are still 3 points back because they have a game in hand, so they can still tie things up. But Barca take care of business. Gundogan was fantastic, and we'll see what happens to them. I still don't really anything can happen in La Liga. I don't really think Barca are going to do much in the Champions League, but disappointing for Atleti when they were on a good run of form and playing well and confident, and just have another shit game against Barca. Best way to put it.
I know what's going on with Lewandowski, and I'm here to tell you, Will. He realized that he's not that good because Harry Kane is going to break every record he's ever set in Bayern Munich in his first year.
Yep. Yeah, Harold, the Ballon d'Or winner, possibly.
The best player in the world. The best striker, not player.
Hey,
best striker in the world. Best striker.
But yeah, Harry, we have a little Ballon d'Or talk coming soon because it's looking like two main candidates. The other guy in La Liga, Real Madrid, won this weekend as well. Comfortable victory. Rodrigo's been on form. Madrid have every injury in the book, but that man Jude Bellingham keeps being great. and he's making things happen.
I really want to talk about Girona.
Oh
Right?
God,
I
yes,
really want to
comeback
talk about
kings.
Girona, right? Girona, who we've randomly spoken about, for some godforsaken reason, continues to win games at the end of the
Yes,
games.
they
They
are. Oh,
played they played Valencia this weekend, for those of you who did not know. Valencia is mid-table,
yeah,
ninth in the league, but they are Valencia. They were up 1-0, I believe.
yeah.
Girona scored 2 goals. This is again me. I think it was like the 85th and the 89th minute to
Yep.
win the game. They have
All-time top
scored.
scorer for them, Kristen Stuani, scored
They
both off the
have
bench. Yeah.
Christian Suani. My God, they have scored the most goals in the league. By the way, if you didn't know that,
Yep.
I think they have won more than Real Madrid. They scored like 34 and Real Madrid have 33 goals or something. And I just don't even know what to say. They are. Is this going to be another Leicester story,
Ooh,
Terrence?
I don't really think so. I just feel like Madrid haven't been dropping points. Like they've been, regardless of the injuries. Like right now, Madrid missing Vinicius, Carvajal, Chouameni, Camavinga.
Courtois,
Modric is injured right now.
Courtois,
Militao,
Kepa.
Courtois, like Kepa is injured too. Like they've been bare bones, but they've been making things happen. Rudiger's been incredible this season. Like his first season was pretty decent. It was, a little rocky at times, but he ended well. But now this year, like he's the locked on starter when Militao comes back. Hopefully he's fireable. But Girona, listen, they, to be honest, Girona's playing the best football in the league. They play the most exciting football, and it's their coach. Their coach is his name is Michel. Telling you he's the next big hipster coach. Hey, I like this guy. He needs to be the
Like
coach of a
who?
big team.
Compare him to somebody. Compare him to somebody.
Deserve.
That's exactly
Yeah,
who I knew you were
yeah.
gonna say.
There's
Exactly
that
who I
clip.
knew you were gonna say.
There's that clip early in the season. I think they might have been playing Sevilla, and it was like maybe nearly 70th or something, or 1-1. And La Liga have this thing now where they like basically up in the coaches' faces, filming everything. So I think they had a water break. It was like summertime, so it was hot. And the clip went viral in Spain, and he was just telling the players, play like you're on the street. He said it's football. Stop thinking about it. Play free, play fun. They went on to win the game. But it's how they've been
I
all
love
season.
that. I love that.
They play real fun, free flowing football. There are some standout players. Savio, Brazilian winger, is ridiculous. Sigankov, Ukrainian winger, really good. Alex Garcia, who's probably been like the third or fourth best player in La Liga. He just got called up for Spain. Kind of like Toni Kroos, excellent pass of the ball, controlling everything in the middle. Typical Spanish midfielder. But they've been just playing really good football. They're a unit, they're a team, they play together, but they play exciting as well. Barcelona played Girona this weekend. Big test for them. Girona haven't played a lot of the top of the table. So they really destroy the bottom 10 consistently. Now they're getting some of the tougher games. So Barcelona, Girona will be a
Just
really good test to see
and have
how
some respect. Have some respect. You didn't call Daddy Blin name.
Daily
Have
Blind
some
done very well for
respect.
them. Daily Blind done very well.
Experience.
Yeah,
Experience, right?
they're playing well. But there's a system. Michelle, listen,
Sorry.
I tell you, I don't know if Michelle will be there next year. Hopefully, if they get to the Champions League, because they're owned by City Group. And La Liga rules don't really let them spend. The record transfer is like 12 million. But if they get top four, they'll get 100 million from the TV deal. So it'd be kind of fun to see Girona in the Champions League. What would happen to that team? Because you would probably see an influx of a few players here and there. Honestly, for La Liga, it's excellent to have a new team kind of popping on, making things happen. And they have a great coach. They're the kind of team, though, where I feel like if the coach leaves, it's going to be hard to replicate that. I feel the
Oh,
same
for
way
sure.
about Brighton.
For sure. But
All
we
right.
look forward to that clash this weekend. That's gonna be fun to watch. If I'm putting on a bet, Girona to win it.
Ooh,
Just on
Barca,
pure excitement. But for sure, we in for entertainment. For sure.
yeah, they do one thing about Girona. They will not sit back against Barca and kind of try to, like Atletico did this weekend, try to play on the count. No, Girona going to play their game regardless. They played it against Real Madrid and they did suffer when they lost 3-0, but they had chances. I think they might have had a goal disallowed early, and they were playing really well. So I am excited to see they're going to be up for that game. Girona is a Catalan side too, so a little bit of maybe a derby for the future developing there, but should be exciting. Trinidad versus
Oh
USA.
God.
2 legs and maybe something almost. First leg was Trinidad held on for so long. I went with 10 men. You have no idea in America how much they think Trinidad is this. Oh my God, so they're tough to defeat them. But we play USA well, we dig deep, and the truth is for me, we win the second leg back in Trinidad. But you watch the games more closely than me, so I want to hear you have to say, but I'll just say this. These games piss me off because I see how all of a sudden when eyes on us and there's a little bit more pressure, we can dig deep and be consistent. And then we're going to lose to Virgin French Islands too in some stupid match in 3 years, and it's annoying.
Okay, so to sum up what you just said, right? That is the first real problem with Trinidad and football. When it's a big game, especially in the Hazy Crawford fortress that we have here,
Yes.
and fans go down there, that team plays like flicking Chelsea under Mourinho. It have no goals conceding. It have all heart. It have men looking like they are the Drogbas and Lampards of the world playing for Trinidad. Is different, and it comes back to one thing. It's called discipline. Because then 2 months later, when we play in Bermuda
Yes.
and we losing 2-1 away to Bermuda, we be like, but what the F going on here?
You
In
think
terms of
it's
the
some
Trinidad,
arrogance?
of course,
Yeah.
and that is a cultural thing. That's a
Yeah,
cultural
yeah.
thing that we have,
We're a little
right?
arrogant in Trinidad.
We talk about that all the time, right? That's a cultural thing that we just can't get over. Of course, that's not everybody, but that's the culture. Like
Yeah.
most players, and thing. Anyway, in terms of the game here, sorry, the first leg in these states that we lost 3-0, I saw the lineup, and you had to give Jack his jacket sometimes, right? I never rated Angus Eve as a coach. I no disrespect to Angus, because he's definitely proven me wrong. Like as the games go
Did
by,
a solid job, man. I have to give him
because
props.
even like listening to him speak, I'm like, how is this man the national football team coach? There's this infamous clip of him, boy, talking
Did I
after a
see
game.
it?
You know exactly what I'm talking about,
I
right?
feel like I saw it, but I can't. What did he
Yeah.
say?
He said, he said,
Was
he
it like
said it was something along the lines of
Weez? It
something
wasn't
along
like Weez Big Man, right? It wasn't some.
exactly
Oh my god! It
something
was.
exactly like that. Something along
Oh
the
my
lines of
god!
we's
Just
both men or something like that. Some shit garbage, right? Um, if try to find it. But I have to give Jack his jacket. He absolutely, I think he's trying to work with the culture, change the culture. And even the squads he's been picking, I realize he's transitioned some players out of the squad,
yeah,
brought in a new crop of players. He's been grooming certain players up. Um, I mean, I know players like Michel, Yannick, Poon, Angaron, or whatever, and he's been bringing them into the squads, young, talented, real disciplined sentiment, and like I could see that he's creating a certain character around the team. Players who I didn't rate much, Ryan Telfer, Alvin Jones, them men are solid players under him.
yeah.
They look like real class international players, boy. So Jacket, he's doing a fantastic job. He set up that team in that game against USA, and I was like, what the hell is this? I was like, where the players? Levi was on the bench.
Who's on the bench? He came
Levi
on.
Garcia was on the bench.
Yeah.
Our best player. The best player in the whole Caribbean, by the way, is Levi Garcia. He was on the
Ooh,
bench.
better than Leon Bailey.
The best player in the Caribbean was Levi Garcia.
Ooh. Oh, I feel like there's definitely some Jamaican player who's English that I'm totally forgetting.
Yeah, but them and
Antonio.
them Levi Garcia better than him was.
I mean, hopefully I can see again this big
But I think I say that because he's actually from the Caribbean now.
I feel, yeah.
But boy, they played and we got that red card. Powder. No powder. He got a red card in the 37th minute
Yeah.
of the game. We were basically playing with 10 men for the whole game. And they scored in the 82nd, 87th, and 89th or something like that to beat us.
But yes, yeah.
But I had American friends from college who played with me in college message me. I had like three of them message me on the night and say
Yeah.
ways. It's like different messages. Like y'all almost had us. Like solid performance. If you didn't get a red is a different story. Everybody, and you're right. You talk about the mentality like USA. We definitely have a thing with USA now, boy.
Yes.
We have
Yes.
a thing with them. Like
Did you hear like American media talk about the game? They were just like from like the 60th minute on, they just started praising Trinidad. They were like, wow, look at this defensive effort. I'm like,
yeah.
look who they think we are. all the time. Like if
But
only we
that's
can do this consistently. But yeah,
that is who we are when we play them. That's the thing. Like
yeah,
that's not who we are all the time. So that's not who we see now consistently. But
yeah.
yeah, like that was fantastic. And then when they came here again, they went in 3 KZ Crawford Fortress, right? Again in front of a set of fans because it bring back a little excitement to the culture and the community here. Everybody want to go down in the stadium, 8 o'clock in the night, and they put on a show. Man scoring free kick and thing against
Hey,
big Premier League keeper Matt Turner.
so Junior Dest could handle the
Oh
Camp
God,
Nou, but couldn't
he's
handle
he's an
the,
he's an ex character. They should
the
call him up again.
you saw he
Seriously,
had to apologize to the USA team.
Tim
They
Ream
were
should have
killing him.
beat him up.
Tim Ream wanted to
Tim
beat
Ream
him.
should have beat him up
Him and
right there.
Matt Turner, and they brought up Matt Turner because Matt Turner is a real cool, nice guy. He was so livid, but immaturity. He ended up apologizing. Can handle the heat at the Izzy Crawford. But you know what? I'll say this: given how hard we worked in the first leg, it was sad to lose like that. It was really great for us to actually get the win, even though we didn't qualify, obviously. Good to get the win, and we'll see what the future holds for Trinidad and Tobago football.
Because
But
the USA team that played against us here, that any game that we won was big players. Eh?
it was a big team.
It was Matt Turner, Anthony Robertson, Tim Ream, all them
Reader,
Premen,
yeah.
Sijin and Des. They had Aronson,
Musa didn't Musa play?
yeah, Musa play,
Yeah.
Ricardo Pepe, Balogan, all of them
They
started
were
the game. So it's full side, and we just come out there again. Levi not starting.
I wonder if that was I was thinking when I saw that
It's
last
tactical.
comment. I was
It's
thinking it's
tactical.
like they're saving him, but they're saving him as well from this club. They're like, hey, you're not gonna get injured. You have real games to play. You'll play with it. Come off the bench. We'll see. All right, that's the show. Another excellent show here. Veer, thank you for your insight as always.
Terence, thank you for your insight and your beautiful commentary as you took us through these many topics. You are a riveting host, I must say.
Hey, I didn't pay him to say that. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with more. Appreciate it as always. Touch is to spare. Don't spare your touch.
Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in. Touch is to spare. We hope that we touched you in your spare heart.
Good save. All right, guys. We'll see you all later next time.